Good morning, travelers. Tara here at Hidden Notice Tarot. This is a general message. Um, you know the drill. You already see the cards out. I think I was speaking to you a few days ago of this. We had a small Uranus transit that lasted a day, and I was expecting, not really expecting, but I knew to kind of watch out for something unexpected to happen. And normally, as I said, Uranus typically for me has always shown up in my finances, but this time it showed up in a different area, and something did occur that was completely unexpected that kind of threw me off. And I'm still trying to understand really what happened. So what I wanted to do was to take a look and see, you know, a day has passed now, to see exactly what I could see. And hopefully this will help some of you. You might recognize a situation here in one area or aspect of your life. If you don't, then again, remember that this is just a general reading. I went ahead and laid the cards out, and what I have is the Six of Coins, the Page of Wands, the Ace of Pentacles. On the second line, we have the Two of Wands. We have the Page of Swords. We have the Queen of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Nine of Wands. And the last card down was the Three of Cups. Now, in taking a look at the spread, because I did have a few minutes to look over it when I first saw it, I wasn't exactly sure what the message was saying to me. But it appears as though something, an offer was made or presented to someone. It was an offer that represents balance, if you can see the scales there in his hands. But perhaps this is an offer where someone is in a better financial position than yourself. Maybe, maybe not. It could also be dealing with emotions or just the basic give and take. And this was really something that was great when it first happened. We have this pentacle out here, this ace. And this is the past line. But right now, this is the future, the present line. But a decision came, or a decision was made, or something was contemplated. And then suddenly, the energy of this page comes in, and things have been put to a halt. To me, this Queen of Swords here, we always look at the King of Swords as a judge, but this person can, judge can also be a female. So to me, this deals with a decision made. Whatever this was contemplated, but this decision was made. Now, what I find the difference between this card and the King of Swords, the King of Swords faces us head on. So in terms of him making a judgment or decision, we know exactly what we're dealing with. With this card, this queen is facing to the side. She's not facing us head on. And she has her sword up in the foreground in front of us, and her hand is out in the background. So to me, this is as if someone made a decision, something that they really didn't want to do, but they had to do. This is, the sword is the message of stop. But there could be still room to advance later on because she has her hand held out. Now, I think in some regards, whomever this person is that made the decision has been contemplating it for a minute, because we know that pages are sent out by their kings or their queens. And so this is something that was really, it was seriously contemplated, and then someone just decided to go ahead and do it. okay? But it's not something, I feel it's not something that they really wanted to do. They just had to. The circumstances call it, they had to do it. What I find interesting is that this page is looking back at this decision. And I think it was something that came about quite suddenly, even though they were thinking about it for quite some time. They just finally decided to go ahead and do it. It's a quick decision. And with the sword raised that he has, it's as if this person wishes that perhaps they can take the decision back, but they know from a ruler standpoint that it was something really that had to be done. The future, there is going to be something that you're alerted to about this. This card is one of swift movement, swift messages, communications, and even travel. So I do feel that whatever this is coming up in the future is going to happen very suddenly. But there is still some conflict surrounding it. This card is about, perhaps there's a bunch of people involved in this decision-making process, and or it could simply be that someone is fighting with different aspects of themselves about this decision. They are in conflict with themselves about it. It could be, emotional conflict, spiritual conflict, even there might be some physical after effects of this, but they are, there's a lot of conflict surrounding this. And at the end of this cycle, what we have is someone who feels embattled, they are wounded, they are on guard, they have their defenses up. Perhaps they would really like to put their defenses down, but for whatever reason they can't, and they're ready to come out and do battle again if need be. What I do find to be interesting is that at the end of this cycle, whatever this is, we have this Three of Cups, and this is a card of celebration. This is not the the big victory of the Six of Wands. It's not the kick-ass take names Ten of Cups. It can indeed be viewed as a small victory and a small celebration. Based upon the cards as they came out, there is a lot of passion. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Wands cards. And passion can be something positive. It is passionate love. It is passion for painting or art or dancing, something of that nature. But then too, passion can also be of a negative aspect, a heated battle, a heated argument. So depending on the aspects, I'm kind of picking up that it is not really something negative, although it may feel like it's something negative. It is simply something that had to be done. And it was done from both a negative passionate aspect and a positive passionate aspect. Something you didn't want to do, but you had to do it. We have this interesting dynamic of this Page of Wands, this beginning, and we have these two pages, and we know that pages bring news. So it's as if something came in, it was a great offer, and then right in the center of the spread, everything centers around this Page of Swords. And this could actually be a person, or it could be the energy, because what we have is we have a forward movement here, and then all of a sudden something happens and there's a decision. It's like a halt. And even the diagonal from this way down this way, we have the Ace of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, and then we have this Eight of Wands. So it's as if something was started, this is something new, and then there's a halt to it. And it happened quite quickly. This card sends two messages. This halt happened very quickly, but at the same time, it appears as though there's going to be some type of resolution or something new coming in that is going to change the situation. However, it is not going to be easy. It is going to be something where there could be hurt feelings or misunderstandings on both sides, and people feel this way. So it's going to require some cooperation with the people involved, mediation, negotiation, and you can get through that. And if you can, then you're going to have to, you know, a victory. There's going to be a celebration coming up. Now, what I find interesting, another aspect, is we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 men. So I would take this to mean that this is a male energy, again, with the wands. It speaks to that. This could be something of a financial nature, okay? But I also feel there could be some hidden aspects, because this page tends to do things, can do things on the sly, can do things behind your back, can spy on you, can plot against you. I'm not feeling that this is something negative, that it's somebody out to get you or hurt you, just that this person had to make a decision kind of behind your back, kind of shifty like, which is again why this queen is not facing us head on. The other message of, it's as if this give and take, there's some reason why it's not moving forward. And perhaps whoever this person is that made the decision really is overwhelmed, and they just need to stop right now. They can't do anything else but deal with whatever it is they have to deal with. On the four corners of the outside, we have this give and take. So again, there's, to me, saying that there's some message coming in about what the give and take is, what the problem is around the give and take, what the issue was, or perhaps a resolution. Typically when you see this card, things tend to move in a positive way. But this, on this column, speaks to the past. So perhaps when this began, it was really something that was extremely positive. Both people benefited from it in some way. And there was really the desire, but a conflict arose. A conflict arose. And in the future of this column, it's as if the gift will come around again. But by this time, everybody's so tired, they just want to, you know, kind of not deal with it. I would urge, if this is a situation, that you try to take this time while you're resting to reconsider whatever this offer is coming in, that you conserve your strength, you know, mental strength, emotional strength, spiritual strength, physical strength, and so that when this offer rolls around again, because I do feel that it will, that you are able to have clarity and to be able to negotiate or mediate, or at least just listen to what the other person has to say. And I think if you can do that, you're going to be able to get to this place. I would like to take the Sabila cards quickly on what this Page of Swords is, to see what we can, and I do feel that this is a male that this is happening with. So let's see here. Trying to see if I can see anything else. Yeah, I mean, really, it's something was started, a decision came up, there was a conflict, and someone had to say, okay, I've got to do what I got to do. Yeah. All right, let's see what this Page of Swords could be about. Uh-oh, cards are flying everywhere. We're going to take that out because it fell. That's the stanza, the room. Again, this is about passion and intimacy. But if you notice on that card, there's nobody in the room. So it's as if something was happening in this room, and then suddenly, you know, everybody had to rush out. You see the curtains are torn, the pictures all knocked over to the side. So this to me indicates some type of sudden reversal of a situation. Oh wow. Okay. Let me go ahead and do this right quick. And I'm going to try to see today if I can use the Ching to see if it can give us a message. the delirante. This is the delirious people. This card can mean like being drunk with love, but it can also mean stupid behavior, stupid actions, doing something that really doesn't make any sense. Yeah? Okay. We have the precious presence, the Gran Signore, King of Hearts, and loyalty. Now, I think that's very interesting that it falls out with this Page of Swords. And with the man card being in the center, again, this is a male energy. So I would, and basically what this is saying to me is that there was indeed a gift or an offer, something on offer, something that was sincere and that was heartfelt. It has to do with loyalty and fidelity, but this had to come to a stop. Okay, it had to come to a stop. Let's see if we can see what the conflict is. And interestingly, we have, you know, intimacy and stupid behavior. So, you know, and that could go either way. Let's see what the conflict is over. It appears, and it falls with many people in the situation, that it is something of a sexual nature, that there are hidden intentions or hidden things within this. And to me, this is always a card of getting caught. And it's like this is messages being repeated again from all of those crazy readings I did for September and the eclipse. So there is some conflict here over this issue. And really the main issue is sex, intimacy, and fidelity. Okay? That's the conflict. Quite interesting. Now, what I'm going to do is take the I Ching and see if it can give us a message of how to get through this if you're going through this, particularly if you're a male and you're going through this situation, to see if we can get an overall theme of what's happening here, or, you know, a way to move forward or a way to just navigate the situation. So, and it's going to take me a minute to build a hexagram, so bear with me, please. I can't see anything. Let me move my candle over. Perhaps this can help. And the first line is a 9, which is going to be a changing line. And another 9. And I'm going to have to consult the I Ching book because there's 63 hexagrams and I can't remember them all. It's 5. What was that? 3, 6. That's 8. That's 5. And 3. That's another 8. Well, it's looking right now, I have to toss 2 more times, and it looks as though there's some kind of clarity that will be coming through with this. 6, 7, 8. And another 8. And one more. And wow, another 8. And we have 2 changing lines at the top. So this is the trigram of Kun. And Kun let me see if I can find it here. I haven't used this book in so long. I used to throw the I Ching for myself every day. If you don't know the I Ching is really something great. I'm trying to find Kuhn. I just saw it earlier today. Let me see. Kuhn. There's Chin and Kuhn. Yeah, it should be near the front. Oh, here it is. The receptive. Okay. This is what the Kuhn looks like. It's open lines all the way across the top here. Okay. And it's known as the receptive. It says, you must realize that you cannot take the lead and you cannot get your own way through forceful behavior. You need to work in cooperation with others. Independent action will simply lead to a confusion of issues and roles. This hexagram also signifies that you will be particularly concerned with material matters. In other words, you will have to take care of the nuts and bolts of the situation and leave the forward planning and organization to others. It may be that this kind of role is not natural to you, but it is vital that you adopt this stance for now in order to generate a constructive atmosphere and create possibilities for the future. And so this could very well be what that decision was all about, and why a halt came to whatever. It refers back to money. And again, we've got the theme of money, sex, love, fidelity coming up. We don't have any changing lines, so it's not changing into something else. So basically, if you've had to make a decision like this and you're really struggling with it, the message is that, you know, to just accept that you had to do what you had to do, and you're going to have to take care of whatever this situation is. If it is an economic situation, then you really need to get your house, your financial house, in order, whatever, you know. And this could also, because of all the wands, have to do with Saturn and Sagittarius, because Sagittarius is all about freedom and movement and doing exactly what you want to do, you know. And Saturn comes in. Saturn can be a real bastard sometimes, but he comes in for a reason, and he's asking you to clean up your crap, get your stuff straight so that you can move forward. You know, just know that when you see Kuhn come up, this is really all about movement. There are no blocks here. This is a free, this is allowing a flow of give and take, down and up. It is a reciprocal kind of thing. So it could be that you had to make this sacrifice, this decision. You made it, it was a sacrifice, a personal sacrifice on some level for you. But just know that if you can get through whatever it is that you're getting through, that perhaps you may be able to go back and take up whatever it is you had to sacrifice, because we have this card here that says that ultimately there will be some type of small victory and something you can celebrate. All right, I hope this helped you. It helped me because I was really struggling with understanding what happened. If something resonates with you here in this reading, you know, contact me if you'd like a personal reading at hiddenlotustarot.com. And really, you guys out there, for the men who watch from the shadows, it's okay to get personal readings. Really, we all need a little guidance every now and again. So don't be afraid, don't be shy. You know, advice can come from the strangest places sometimes. So in the meantime, be good to yourselves. I hope this really helps someone out there. And until next time, namaste.